Join Time Magazine's lead education reporter alongside global educators and advocates to explore the impacts of teaching forgiveness.
I teach forgiveness because it can have a positive impact in my students' families.
It helps my students thrive in the face of adversity.
Students who can forgive are happier.
Join us to hear from teachers and thought leaders on how and why to include forgiveness in your classroom.
Temperature rise will bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
New coronavirus cases emerge across the country.
Obesity rates have more than doubled in kids.
Cape Town is running out of water.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the global showcase of primary school Vuk Stefanović Karadžić Doboj, Bosnia and Herzegovina. And sorry for being a bit late due to technical issues. Our school is privileged to be chosen as one of 100 schools worldwide to participate in the World Education Week and celebrate its expertise with the rest of the world. Primary school Vuk Stefanović Karadžić Doboj is an inclusive primary school. Currently, there are 1,500 students who attend our schools. There are 40 students in inclusion, and there are 16 students with disabilities who attend special education program for children with disabilities. In fact, our school is the only school in the region that has a program for special education program for children with disabilities. Our school is a student-friendly environment. We tend to meet individual students' needs in order to enable them to achieve their full learning potential. Our school is the only school in the region that has a lift, which makes mobility of our students with disabilities, especially those students in wheelchairs, much easier. Today, we are going to present our initiative, Increasing Physical Activity Among Students with Disabilities, and to celebrate the winning of the 2020 EU Health Award. My name is Milena Janković, and I'm the moderator. And these are our speakers, Mr. Dragan Kikić and Mrs. Radeka Stojanović, the teachers, and Mr. Ljubiša Blagojević, the school principal. Please be free to ask questions. After the session, we will be glad to answer your questions. You can ask questions in the chat box, and don't forget to use hashtags World Edu Week and Strong Schools when asking questions or using social networks. Please welcome today our first speaker, Mr. Dragan Kikić. He is going to talk about our initiative, our motivation to launch the initiative, and the award that we won. Dragan, here you are.
Hello everyone. The first playground was built in 2015. It was sponsored by Bulgarian Embassy. The inclusive playground was designed and equipped so that children with disabilities could play together. So the playground was very useful. Children used to play different games here. There were swings for the children in wheelchair, slide. However, the time was not a good friend of our playground. It was completely dilapidated and unfortunately devastated. As you can see, here is a devastated playground. The infrastructure, which was old and damaged, it was not safe to be used and used. Some of the equipment needed to be repaired, some new equipment provided. To increase physical activity among students with disabilities, safe environment, appropriate equipment. Students with disabilities attend PE classes, but due to the lack of adaptive equipment, it's difficult to have inclusive physical education. These students often sit aside and just watch their friends playing for practice. Because of that, students with disabilities often feel left out and have low self-esteem. So can we do anything? Can we help them? The answer is clear. Yes, we can do a lot if we want to. And we do want to help them. They want to be happy, they want to play the games, they want to be accepted. Our school was the first winner of the 2020 EU Health Awards, Healthy Lifestyles in the category of the initiative promotion of the importance of physical activity among children with disability. The award was given by the European Commission. Our school participated in an online EU Health Award ceremony in the context of the EU Health Policy Platform annual meeting, which was organized by the Directorate General of Health and Safety in collaboration with the Health Policy Platform. It took place on Tuesday, 2nd March 2021. Deputy Director General for Health and Food Safety, Pierre Delsaux, announced the 2020 EU Health Award winners of the category schools. The competition was great. Approximately 60 schools from all over the Europe applied for the 2020 EU Health Awards. They are to be winners. The inclusive playground is designed and equipped so that children with disabilities could play together. It consists of 3 parts. One part is for smaller children with swings, merry-go-round, and seesaws. The second part is intended for teenagers to socialize. They can play chess, basketball, and tennis, table tennis. And the third part is a mini gym. We believe that our initiative will help students with disabilities to increase physical activity and participation in PE classes, sports sections, and more. We all know that sport is a good way to interact with peers. So the initiative might help these students to improve their social life, to increase their self-confidence, and make them feel like belong as well, which is really important at school age. It is also useful for all the children in the classroom because they could take part in the games on the playground with their friends with disability. They could better understand their friends with disabilities, develop their compassion and respect. Concerning students' learning outcomes, the main aim of our expertise is to increase motivation for learning. Students with disabilities cannot concentrate easily. Thus, learning is sometimes very difficult. They often cannot be at one place for a long time. They must go outside to take a walk, to run, to do some physical exercises, and so on and so on. Our aim is to motivate students and make learning easier, especially for those students in inclusive education, as well as to give them equal opportunities to achieve better results. Our teachers tend to motivate students in inclusive education through a variety of interactive lessons, quizzes, games, and fun activities. School experts, a pedagogue, and a technologist have already conducted some researches which proved that students with disabilities achieve better results, develop critical thinking skills, and they are more interested in learning if they are motivated by their teachers and if the learning atmosphere. Our students with disabilities are good at reading, writing, drawing, solving math problems, but have enough physical activity. Physical activity is very good for their health. As a matter of fact, physical activity is of the greatest importance for everybody. Participation in sport activities, extracurricular activities, playing board games might help students with disabilities to improve their social life, increase their self-confidence, and make them feel like they belong to the group as well, which is really important at school age. Inclusion is a part of our educational system. That is why we need to find a way to involve students with disabilities in as many activities as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Milena.
Our second speaker is Mrs. Radojka Stojanović. Mrs. Radojka Stojanović has been teaching for almost 39 years and she has lots of experience in inclusion. And even though she's about to get retired soon, she has lots of great ideas and she knows how to involve students with disabilities in different kinds of activities. Radojka is going to share her experience with us. But before we actually hear Radojka, let's watch the video workshop that Radojka organized for her students.
Bravo Milane, bravo! Dođi ovdje na gredu. Ajde, maknice. Bravo. Odlično. Opa, idemo sad ovdje. Ajde, preskoči, preskoči. Bravo, Bravo!
Ajmo, polako, ajmo. Vidi, hoćeš zeleno? Ajde, dođi vam. Hoćeš crveno ili zeleno? Aha, ajde, još nije to toliko. Ajde. Aco. Ajde, dođi. Odemo. Dođi. Bravo, evo jedan divan leptiri.
Treba nam jedna naša da sjećamo.
Dođi ovamo, dođi.
Hello everybody, I'm really happy because I'm here today, because I can have few words with you, teachers from all over the world. I can't see you, but I can feel your positive energy and I feel powerful before of that. And because I think teachers are fantastic people, I believe that we are the last light in the world, because we are almost only one who try to learn young people to be good, to be honest, to be friendly, to be human. We learn them to don't think about color of skin, religious, ethnic. We learn them that they can love someone because he or she is good human being. Because of all these things, I think that we are the last light in the world. Now, I will tell you a few words about my school, about my colleagues, about my students, and about my work. My colleagues are really fantastic people and teachers, and because of their work, we are here today. We are the team. In our school, we have long experience in work with students with disabilities, and we can say that we are the first in many things in our local community. We try to make good conditions for teaching and living for our students. We try to include students with disabilities in school's life. They are part in all important events in school. For example, in this week we celebrate children's rights, and we have many workshops in this theme. On Friday, we are going to have creative workshop with students with disabilities. They are active in many ways. You can watch it in video. Wednesday of Down syndrome, teachers and all students coming to school in different sacks to give support to our friends. Students with disabilities can be very creative. They can paint, they can sing, they can dance, they can be active in all sports sections, with their possibilities, of course. They are different, but we try to make them important and same like everybody else. We try to give them chance to show their possibilities. Of course, we work with other students that they can understand and accept differences. We work with parents and we try to make them to be our partners in work, and they are active in many workshops and schools events too. When we talk about students with disabilities, we work in two ways. We have students with disabilities in special classes, and we have students in standard classes who are in inclusive process of teaching. When I talk about my work, I can tell you that I have class with 21 students. 20 students are in standard teaching process, They have standard plans, and I have student who is in inclusive process. In same time, I must work in two different ways, but I must make these two processes like only one. It can be very exhausting to deal myself on two parts, to make balance between these two sides. Sometimes I must change 100 faces. I must include all my energy to take my teaching day to the end. You must know, you can make fantastic plans, prepare all material, but when you close your classroom's door and stay alone with your students, all teaching process is only in your hands. But I'm always very happy when can I see my students are going to their houses with big smile on their faces. If you ask me for a recipe how to be a good teacher, I can't tell you. That is the point. It has no recipe. Recipe is inside of all of us. We must find it every day again and again. You must try and never stop trying. We can do it because we are the teachers and we are the last light in the world. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Radeka, very much. I believe that your story inspired many of our attendees. Working in inclusion is very challenging, I believe. And as Radeka said, there is no secret recipe. There is no single way of teaching in inclusion. There are good ways and there are less good days. You just have to cope with it. You have to listen to your students' needs, hear them, and try to meet students' needs. And if you do your best, if you put your hard effort, the results will be there. Now we are going to watch another video. You'll see our inclusive playground, which was finished a few days ago, despite certain delays caused by COVID-19 pandemic. In the video, you will see our students, parents, and school defectologists. Let's watch the video.
Dvojica moramo prvo da otkrijemo kako sve ove sprave funkcioniraju i mislim da ćemo se tome radovati kao djeca kada otkrivaju čari novih igračaka ili u ovom digitalnom dobu mobitela i tableta. Ovo je jako lijepa stvar i ovo ne postoji samo na jednom mjestu u Doboju, nego ovako nešto nema ni na širem području u nekadašnjoj Dobojskoj regiji. I jako korisna stvar i mislim da ne bi trebalo posebno naglašavati zbog čega je fizička aktivnost važna za djecu sa različitim oblicima razvojnih poteškoća.
Zovem Vuk Stefanović, idem u osnovnu školu Vuk Stefanović Karadžić, razred sam 4. 2 i puno mi znači ovo igralište koje smo napravili, pomaže mi da jačam mišiće, nogu, ruku, kičme, svega, znači puno mi znači to igralište, zato hvala direktoru osnovne škole što nam je ovo obezvrijedio i hvala mu još jednom za to, ovo mi puno znači.
Volim da igram košarke, to obožavam mnogo.
Naše inkluzivno igralište izgrađeno je po utvrđenim standardima i propisima, te na taj način omogućava sigurnu igru i interaktivno druženje sa ostalom djecom. Znamo da fizička aktivnost utiče na sve aspekte djetetovog razvoja, utiče na usavršavanje motoričkih sposobnosti, na psihološko blagostanje, na kognitivni razvoj, socijalnu kompetenciju i emocionalnu zrelost djece. Mi ćemo ovdje sa djecom sprovoditi razne aktivnosti. Učit ćemo ih na koji način će pravilno izvoditi vježbe, korigovati ih, hvaliti ih, podsticati, stimulisati, ukazivati na greške i raditi na njihove korekciji.
In the video, you could see our students and you could hear them expressing their happiness and gratitude for having a new inclusive playground. You could see and hear the parent who's talking about our inclusive playground, which is the only inclusive playground in the region. And according to his opinion, it is much better that children spend time in the playground playing than playing video games and spending time on computers or tablets. You were able also to hear a school defectologist who said that inclusive playground means a lot to students with disabilities and students in inclusion and students who attend special education program for students with disabilities will benefit from the playground. She said that the inclusive playground is standardized, it has standardized equipment, and now it is possible to do exercise, which will improve students' health. The defectologist planned to do targeted exercises with our students to improve students' health, to develop their motor skills, and to work with them on strengthening cognitive abilities and social skills. According to our school defectologist, our inclusive playground is a safe place for play, interaction with peers, and socialization. Our third speaker today is the school principal, Mr. Ljubiša Blagojević, who is going to tell us a bit more about our future plans. Mr. Blagojević, welcome.
Hvala Medina. Poštovani prijatelji širom svijeta, velika čast i zadovoljstvo što je javna osnovna škola Vuk Stefanović Karadžić iz Doboja dobila mogućnost da prezentuje svoj rad na ovakvom značajnom događaju kao što je Svjetska nedjelja obrazovanja. Moje kolege su vam izložile naš rad u prošlosti. Meni kao direktoru je ostalo da vam prezentujem naše vizije, želje i ideje za budućnost. Ali naše vizije su da izgradimo još jedno jedan savremeni objekat za djecu sa poteškoćama u razvoju. Taj naš objekat bi trebao da ima jednu mini salu da bi našu inkluziju mogli da nastavimo kao što možemo da je izvodimo na ovome igralištu na otvorenom, tako nam treba i jedan objekat gdje bi inkluzivne vježbe se mogle da radi u zatvorenom objektu. Taj objekat bi trebao da ima i 2 učionice i potrebne toalete za tu djecu, kancelariju za udruženje djece sa poteškoćama u razvoju. Ovom prilikom želim da se zahvalim Evropskoj komisiji koja je prepoznala našu inicijativu kao jednu od najboljih i dodijelila nam nagradu, a samim tim i sredstva koja su nam omogućili izgradnju savremenog inkluzivnog igrališta. Posebnu zahvalnost izražavam kolegama, naročito timu koji radi na ovim projektima na čelu sa gospođom Milinom Janković.
Thank you, Mr. Blagojević. Mr. Blagojević said that he was honored that our school was chosen to participate in this global event, World Education Week. He spoke about our future plans. The plan is to build a small building close to school with 2 classrooms, mini gym, toilets, and premises for the association with children with disabilities, which is located in our school, but it doesn't have its own premises. At the end, Mr. Blagojević said that he was grateful to the European Commission for recognizing and rewarding our initiative, and he also thanked the school team for preparing this event. And finally, let's share our 5 steps to replicate our practice. The first step is take action. Launch an initiative if you have a good idea. Think how you can help students with disabilities to increase their physical activity. If you would like to build an inclusive playground, start looking for grants. It is not always easy to find grants, but if you have a good idea, there will be someone who will recognize your idea. There will be someone who will reward your initiative. European Commission launched EU for Health program, and there is at the moment open call for submission for applications for 2021 EU Health Award. Apply if you're eligible. Maybe you are the next winner. You never know. The second step is implementation. Implement your action. Think of small steps you can do to increase physical activity among your students. Organize events, organize activities and workshops, and engage your students with disabilities. The process of building inclusive playground is quite a long process, and it is not always easy to choose proper equipment. You have to consult students, parents, teachers, and defectologists in order to choose the most appropriate equipment, because inclusive playground needs to be a place where students can exercise, develop their skills, and prevent health problems, but it also needs to be a place for recreation and socialization. The third step is promotion. Promotion is very important. In order to promote your initiative, you can make a video or a presentation. We plan to make a video of our students playing in the playground, and we plan to make a presentation. It is very important that other schools in the region see what you do. And it is really important to give a good example to other schools to encourage them to replicate your practice. Promotion is very important that other people hear about you and hear about project, which is on the other hand important for establishing cooperation. Establishing cooperation is fourth step too. What you can do? You can map schools in the region with students with disabilities. You can send them invitations to organize mutual activities because it is very important the teachers lies with other teachers and students that lies with other students with disabilities. We would like to be a role model and give example how to involve students with disabilities in all school activities. And the final step is evaluation. Evaluate your work. In order to evaluate your achievement, you can conduct a survey among the students, parents, and teachers. It is important to get feedback of your work. It is important to be open for new suggestions, and it is important to be open for improvement, because that is the way how you can ensure sustainability of your project. And my last message today would be, don't stand still, take action, do something. Take one step forward in order to make this world a better place. Thank you very much for joining us today. Now, we are going to watch a video of our student, Ivana, singing a song Deca su ukras svijeta by Ljubivoje Rešumović and composed by Minja Subota. Let's listen to our student, Ivana.